KB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
DJ Brother Z, holla at me.
Juice, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Benjamin, are you ready?
Let's get it.
They don't even know what's about to happen.
We're about to take over the world. See, what y'all don't understand is everything that's old is done. But everything that's new, that's us.
It's getting real juicy.
It's amazing.
Voices defining a generation.
You grow up thinking the world is all roses and bunnies and things like that, and literally, and it's not.
The most impactful commentary.
I am taught to protect women and children and die for my country. These are the types of things I'm taught. Sure, I put my life on the line. Sure, I could have died that day or whatever, but these are the types of things that come along with being a man. At least I would have died with my honor.
Real news, real lives, and the juiciest conversations.
Noni. It's really juicy.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studios in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here are your award-winning hosts, Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni Juice.
Because it's Tuesday. I'm going out tonight because it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. We turn on the Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, fresh dinner mug. Yeah. Truth Nation. Hello. Welcome back. It is Taco Tuesday. As I always say, Taquero Taco Bell. And we are reporting live from 3rd Street Avenue, downtown in the Market Hall. Live from the American Family Insurance Studio. 1017 The Truth. Such a beautiful day, is it not? It could be global warming. Or it could just be Mother Nature in this house rocking. But today, Truth Nation, I'm so excited. I'm so super excited. As y'all know, it is your boy Ben Jammin, my lovely co-star, Carrie Noni Juice, is out on assignment. I could tell the real truth, but I ain't gonna tell the truth. And then we got DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos.
DJ Brother Z.
I needed that energy. I needed that energy so very much. It is Tuesday. So, Truth Nation, I could spend today doing so many other things. I could actually go out and vote early if I'd like to. That's a possibility. I could bring in some guests that will be performing tonight at the Riverside Theater, because you should go out and vote. Or Truth Nation, I could introduce y'all to something that me and Carrie Noni Juice had in our back pocket. As y'all know, Carrie Noni Juice and Ben Jammin, we go around the world. Some of y'all have seen our faces in TV commercials and TV ads, all these other things. And I personally, I think it's good. It's okay. But nothing felt better than a conversation that me and Carrie Noni Juice had the other day. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, Truth Nation, well, I guess obviously you don't know what I'm talking about. We had the pleasures of speaking with Governor Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland. And with that being said, Truth Nation, you know what? The file for this interview with Governor Westmore, if you know anything when it comes down to what we got going on with the Microsoft and the Word, it should be in the Rad Prod. It should be in the Rad Prod. Just type Westmore and you'll find it. Runs for about like 12 minutes. It's an audio file. But in this conversation that you guys will hear with Governor Westmore, the governor of Maryland, we take you down a path. We take you down a path, Truth Nation, of honestly understanding more about Governor Westmore, the governor of Maryland. We take you down that path, and we also, he gives his take on, why we should be voting for Kamala. I know you guys saw Kamala Harris on the Shannon Sharp podcast, Club Shay Shay. She decided to go there as Donald Trump decided to go to Joe Rogan. These folks out here trying to get their truths off. And that's why I said, it's their truths. It's not everyone's truth, is it? Even when you do think about truth, isn't truth more so like an agreed idea? When we even talk about truths, you really have to think about it like a truth is a shared idea. It's like almost a shared opinion. The truth is the truth until it ain't the truth. At one point in time, as y'all know, black people, we were once considered slaves. And that was an objective truth. That was somebody's actual truth. Somebody went around and decided to make a whole bunch of different laws trying to dictate to us and tell us who we were. When we already knew who we were. They threw a whole new identity on us, and it became the truth. Until, like I said, it wasn't the truth anymore. Until we actually uncovered the lies, until we unraveled the lies and started to realize, nah, man, there's more to this life. And I'm bringing this idea up because, again, we are in a political season. This is a presidential run right now. We're seeing two powerhouses. I mean, in all honesty, from my own honest opinion, I think that this is one of the biggest elections ever. And it's not just because it's a black and white thing. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons I'm even saying this is because we finally have a woman really running. And unbeknownst to so many people out there, this is going to be another first for Kamala Harris if she does win. Some may know that she was the first black district attorney out there for San Francisco. Some people would say that she helped out lock up a bunch of black people, but I'm not here to argue that. I'm here to say that ultimately this will be a first time in history that a woman becomes a president of the greatest nation in all of the world. And again, black women, clap it up for yourselves. Because again, it's actually a black woman being the first woman ever. And I just feel like that's just so crazy. But I feel like it's historic. It's just one of these things that I think all of America is actually ready for. I remember once before that Hillary Clinton, she ran in 2016. She won the popular vote. Popular vote is the vote of the people. Made me think about all these things, and I'm like, man, we might actually just get this black woman to do it. Of course she's black, of course she's Indian, but how many people out here aren't of mixed race? I mean, so many black people right now claim to be black, fully black. However, we know for a fact that due to some dark, sinister things, a lot of us are of mixed race. Like even myself, me, Ben Jammin, speaking right now, I'm not just a black man. I mean, of course I am. But I got a little Irish in me. I got a little German in me. I got a Native American Indian in me. You know, y'all see this beard. Y'all see how I drip. That don't come natural like that. You got to be of a certain type of cloth. But with that being said, Truth Nation, when we do return, I'm going to play you guys something that me and Carrie Nolan Juice decided to keep in our back pocket. I'm going to play y'all a special gift. Again, this will be an interview, and obviously it's pre-recorded, with Governor Westmore, the governor of Maryland. So when we return, Truth Nation, we will come back with Governor Westmore, the governor of Maryland, and our pre-recorded interview. When we get back, Truth Nation, hold on to your cups, because we're going to give you another splash of juice. It's your boy, Ben Jammin. Holla back at me. It's amazing.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Truth Nation,
And all our juicy jammers out there.
make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Ben Jammin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jammin' with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
My name is Anton Moore. Around here, we have hardworking people that just need a break. Whether it's investing in small businesses or making housing affordable, Vice President Harris gets it.
Kamala Harris is making sure black men have the tools to build generational wealth. She'll put a policy in place that gives 1 million forgivable loans to help entrepreneurs, including black entrepreneurs, start their own businesses. She also plans to give $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time homeowners and crack down on racial bias in home appraisals. Harris's plan will help black men own more assets so we can build long-term wealth.
This is what an investment in my community looks like. We're trying to build generational wealth. No get-rich-quick schemes, no scams, no one-time check, none of that. Vice President Harris got our back. I'll be there on November 5th. Will you be there?
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Harris for President.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because their home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote from an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is 1017 The Truth's Sherwin Hughes, and I am Milwaukee. This show has meant so much to me because it's an opportunity for me to express my thoughts and my feelings to my community, and for my community to express those same thoughts and feelings right back to me. Milwaukee means a lot to me. I was born here, raised here, educated here, and I am committed to making this a better city. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee, Black Talk.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
All right, Truth Nation, welcome back. This is Jammin' with Juice. I am Ben Jammin, and of course, I have the juiciest of the juiciest jammers with me, my lovely co-star, Carrie Nolan Juice. Carrie, how are you doing?
You know, I'm always juicy.
That sounds amazing. Now, today, Truth Nation, we have been blessed. We have been blessed with the honorable Governor of Maryland, Governor Wes Moore. How are you doing today?
What's going on, Truth Nation? Man, this is great, man. I'm here rocking with Jam and Nani Juice. This is good. It's a good day.
Period. You already know what's up,
It's
Mr. Moore.
I'm happy to talk to y'all.
Nah, it's very fire. Now, you know what? With that being said, Governor Moore, what are you most excited about this whole Democratic run, this whole political run we've been seeing with Kamala Harris? Because I remember seeing you on the TV screen during the Democratic rally. All right, I remember seeing you, man, and you were turned up. So, what excited you the most about this Democratic nominee that we have currently?
Well, you know, I love the fact we have a nominee that actually wants to get into the details. And want to talk about what are the opportunities that we actually have in front of us. And because, you know, the thing that really gets me is again, I know for a lot of people they'll spend a lot of time talking about the dangers of Trump, and you know, that's fine. But the truth is that the thing that makes me excited to support the vice president is not because I'm afraid of the alternative, right? Is that I believe in her vision. I believe that, you know, I believe when she's talking about things like how can we increase access to capital for small businesses, and particularly for small black businesses. You know, how can we talk about increasing home ownership and increasing inventory, that people can become homeowners and start actually building equity? You know, what are we doing to actually be fair about the way we are opening up new markets? So we have new cannabis markets. That first of all, we need to make sure that the cannabis market is recreational all around the country, and also make sure we're providing opportunities for people to be able to participate in them. So I love the fact that we can have a bold, future-facing vision about what it is that we hope for, about what it is that we hope to get done, and making sure that we have someone in the White House who genuinely sees us, and who, when they think about the future of this country, that we're actually a core part of it.
Right. I absolutely love that as well, because, you know, it seems like Miss Kamala Harris, she has a plan, okay? Not a concept of a plan. She has an actual plan for the people. Now, when we interviewed Jasmine Crockett, I asked her this same question. Yeah, she is so awesome. I love her so much, okay? But I asked her this same question. I want to ask you, Mr. Moore, do you think that it's fair for people to want the president, whoever it is that we elect, to do something specifically just for them? You know, I hear a lot of people, especially on social media, particularly, you know, our people, our black folks, they are like, listen, I want her to do something just for me. Do you think that's fair for people to kind of be selfish in a way?
Well, I think it's fair to want that the policies actually see you in those policies. So I don't think that's an unfair ask for people to say that if you're going to roll out a whole series of policies, I need to know what does it mean for me and my family? What does it mean for my community? So actually, I do think that's a very fair ask. The thing that I would say though to folks, and particularly if we're talking about black folks, and we are talking about younger voters, I would say that you find a whole lot of stuff inside of her agenda that is specifically focused on economic advancement and focusing on economic growth. I mean, when you're talking about providing 1 million small business loans that are fully forgivable to black entrepreneurs, you know, that is a big deal, and that's something that is very specific about how to create pathways to work, wages, and wealth. When you're talking about things like how are we increasing mentorship programs to get black men good-paying jobs, these are things, and opening up new markets like the crypto market and cryptocurrency markets. Like, these are things that are very specific, very detailed, and are making sure that all communities, and particularly our communities, are actually seen in this. So I don't think it's unfair, because I think that that's something that happens with a lot of groups, where people are saying, you know, how are you being specific when it comes to the needs of our community, and are you being specific when it comes to the remedies that we're hoping for? But the thing about the vice president is she's the only candidate in this race who's actually provided that. The only one. And so that's the thing I do think is important for people to remember, and don't let the misinformation guide you on how we're thinking about this race.
You know, Governor Moore, so one thing people may not know about you is you're also an author, correct?
Yes, sir.
There is a book that you wrote called The Other Westmore. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
With that being said, it's a book that kind of details the tales of two coin. You know, the sides of two different heads, right? One gentleman goes off to do illustrious things with his life, become a businessman. I'm assuming that's you. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
and then you have a sibling in this book here that actually went down a crazy path.
Yeah. Well, it's true. Basically, the story's about two guys, both named Wes Moore, and came up in similar type of environments, similar type of challenges, and it kind of details our lives. Where I watched my father die in front of me when I was 3 years old because he didn't get the health care that he needed. I had handcuffs on my wrist by the time I was 11. Because I came up in a community that was over-policed, and we knew it. I joined the Army when I was 17. Literally, my mother had to sign the paperwork for me. I went to a 2-year college, but you look at how the same time that I was being announced as a Rhodes Scholar and one of only 32 American students who were about to receive this scholarship, the same time, my hometown paper was writing an article about a jewelry store robbery in which a police officer was killed. And one of the people that the police were looking for that was eventually captured and convicted for the crime was a guy whose name was also Wes Moore. And I tell this story because I wanted to both show people how thin that line is between our life and someone else's life. And I want to tell a story because, this is, as Wes even pointed out to me, he's like, this story is important because it shows, you want to show people not just the consequences of their decisions, but also show people the neighborhoods that these decisions are being made in. And you have to be able to factor that in. And so I think it actually is an interesting parallel about both the way I've tried to lead as the governor of Maryland, but also the things that I know that the vice president is hoping to do as she becomes the president of the United States is we have to be able to both create pathways for people to have real opportunities for economic growth and also be able to acknowledge that there have been challenges and historical challenges in the way that our communities have been seen and thought of and supported. And both those two things have to happen simultaneously, and that's one of the things I love about the policy platform that she's putting forward.
I love that. Absolutely. I'm going to have to get around to reading that book, Mr. Governor Moore. I definitely am.
Yes, I'm excited. Check it out.
Of course, I will. Now, we are just a few weeks away from one of the most important elections. I know they say that almost every single time, but this really truly is one of the most important elections of our time. And early voting has actually started right now. I would like to know, from your perspective, there probably still are some undecided voters or some people who are not planning to vote at all. Do you feel as though they might be a lost cause at this point, or what would you like to say to them to get them motivated, especially our young people, get them motivated to actually get out there and vote?
I would say nobody's a lost cause because our community is worth fighting for. And I would tell anybody who is out there who, and let's be clear, the voting numbers that we've seen already, even just in Wisconsin, are great. I mean, over 200,000 people have already early voted in the state, and so people are coming out. But if there are people who aren't sure, if there are people who are like, my vote doesn't matter, if there are people who are like, well, is it really going to matter? I would say this: don't forget that everything in your life is a policy decision. Everything, from the moment you wake up. Right? From the air you are breathing, that's a policy decision. The water you're drinking, that's a policy decision. The transportation that you have, that's a policy decision. The school you're attending or the school your children are attending, that's a policy decision. The house you live in, that's a policy decision. Everything in our life is controlled by policymakers. Everything.
So then, Governor Moore, then what do you say to the again, like as Carrie Noni Juice had just said right here, to the undecided voter, the person who's not necessarily believing in the voting process when it comes down to as you just said, everything is a policy decision. This is just my one vote. Is my one voice even going to count? Especially when we talk about the Electoral College. Notoriously every time the election has came around, the Electoral College gets who they want. Does our popular vote even matter? We actually tried to get a woman in for presidency in 2016. We all actually truly wanted Hillary Clinton, but we got the orange man.
Right. Well, I would say this, is that this election, and this is real talk, this election will be determined by thousands of people. A country of over 300 million. This election will be determined by thousands. And in this state, in your state, I can tell you right now, your state matters more than you can possibly know. And that's the reason that I'm out here. Right? I mean, I'm the governor of Maryland, and I'm out here in Wisconsin. And people say, what are you doing out here? Because I need y'all to be my proxy.
Wait, where you at, Governor Moore? You in these streets right now?
We in these streets, always. And I've been there for weeks, and I'm going to be there for the next 11 days in the wake-up, too. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the reason that we're out here is because for folks in Wisconsin, like, I need you to be my proxy. This election will be determined by this state. The future that we have for education for our children will be determined by Wisconsin. The future of reproductive rights will be determined by Wisconsin. The future of whether or not we can move in our communities safely and know that we can be free of gun violence, it will be determined by Wisconsin. And so this is the reason that I'm out here, because I need you all to be our voice. I need you all to be our representation. And so it is so important that we get out here and people do not forget or underestimate the ability for your individual vote and your individual advocacy. Your vote, make sure your family comes out, make sure your friends come out. Your ability to do that could literally shift the election for this entire country because Wisconsin matters that much.
That is so true. And we thank you so much for being here, in Milwaukee, especially for the Dunk for Democracy event that is with Second Gentleman Doug. You got Terry Porter and, of course, Milwaukee Bucks coach Doc Rivers on the bill for that. It's so important for you men to get together and really get people out here encouraged to vote, okay? And I love everything that you're saying. Listen, this is a black man, okay? This is a black man who is for Kamala, so don't believe the hype, y'all. All that other extra stuff is not real. This is what's real, and we want to make sure everybody goes out there and votes on or before Election Day. So thank you so much, Maryland Governor Wes Moore, for joining Jammin' with Juice today. We can't wait to have you in the studio, okay, because you real big and popping out here.
That's right. I'm ready to give back. I want to make sure we stay close, but sincerely, I'm proud of y'all. Keep leading.
Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day.
God bless you.
God bless y'all.
Jammin' with Juice returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube.
I'm done voting for Democrats this year. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Senator Baldwin's policies have crushed Black Americans. We are paying more for food, clothes, and everyday items than ever. It's harder than ever to find affordable housing. Democrats say defund the police. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Who pays the price when there aren't enough cops on the street? Whose neighborhood gets violent? We see that violence and pay that price, not people in the suburbs. It's folks like us trying to go to work, take care of our kids, live our lives, wondering if something's going to happen on our block. How about jobs? Democrats let 12 million illegal aliens come here the last 4 years. Who are they taking jobs from? Not people in the suburbs. They take those jobs from us. I'm done voting for Democrats this year.
I'm Eric Hovde, candidate for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Hovde for Wisconsin.
This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Reproductive justice, it's a framework, it's a movement, it's a vision for reproductive freedom, it's a right to have a child, it's a right to not have children, and this next part is really as important as the other parts. It's the right to birth and parent our children with dignity, and the right to live and parent our children in safe and healthy environments. So reproductive justice understands the ability of any person to control their destiny is directly related to the conditions of their communities. It looks at the intersections of discrimination in social, political, and economic systems, and it sheds light on the barriers that these systems produce. And then we, reproductive justice advocates, fight against the barriers that prevent Black people and other people of color from exercising their rights. That's reproductive justice.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
The WIAA football playoffs is here. We have a huge battle this Friday night as the #1 seeded Marquette Hilltoppers take on the #4 seeded De Pere Redbirds. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School. More of Jammin' with Juice is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube so you don't miss a drop of juice on Jammin' with Juice.
Yeah. Take 5, the Northside Classic. Hurry back. Yeah. Get ahead, go ahead if you're hungry. Sun kissed by the sun rays in the morning. Dollars on my mind, yeah, paper important. I turn to the face, so ever gorgeous and breathe. Northside with Steve's been focused on working on me, yeah, that's just the least. Women and children been dying, man, when we gon' focus on peace, that should be a breeze. Still that gym of money trees and poverty, it became one with me. Embracing the soil, cause God in me. Asking the universe like what you got for me. Keeping my head up, I can't let my conscience sleep. I'm fed up, I feel like a dying breed. Will get better, I swear it's a time and thing. On my mama's mama, that's inspiring. Gotta be hopeful, being raised off the Whole Foods. Music resonates soulful, trying to be more coastal, can't be local. But I'm thankful to know you. Being raised off the block ain't really changed the stock. I stick to the paper route, I stick to the paper route.
Truth Nation! Holla at your boy, it is your boy Ben Jammin, and I know y'all just enjoyed our juicy conversation with Governor Westmore. It was so insightful, right? It was so insightful. Right now we are in a voting season, and as y'all Milwaukeeans and everybody across the globe has been seeing, Milwaukee has been getting a lot of love. One of the biggest reasons why is they're going to say that Wisconsin is a swing state. All right, and I think Milwaukee has a lot of influence when it comes down to that. And speaking of influencers of Milwaukee and in Milwaukee, who's more influential than the creatives? Who's more influential than the artists that put on the shows? In the building with me today, I have the illustrious hometown Northsider, NilexNile.
What's good, Truth Nation? What's the word?
And I also got Rock Nation. I always tell y'all part of Rock Nation. I thought the rock for a reason.
Come on now.
All right. We got hometown hero Huey V in the building. How you doing?
Live in the building, man. We feeling good for sure.
That's amazing, Huey. That's amazing. So if y'all don't know, the song that y'all just heard as we came back from break is a song called Paper Route. It's a song called Paper Route. Written, spitting by NilexNile. Guest verse, Huey V.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
We were actually just having an off-air discussion, talking about the record, talking about everything that record means. Now, can you expound on what that record means to you, and then think about how it got you to what you're about to do tonight?
So Paper Route, first and foremost, it means a lot, not only just because the song is good, but also get to do it with my brother Huey V, you know what I'm saying? I've been a fan of his music for a while. We met actually in South by Southwest, I think it was 2022, personal, like face-to-face. And ever since then, we kind of hit it off, but I think when we finally got a chance to really lock in and get the Paper Route song dropped, it's just been nothing but amazing reception. Like, people have just loved how different the track feels from a regular Milwaukee artist. They love how hip-hop it feels. They love how the story is being told on, chasing your dream, and at the same time just really just staying in tune with the actual mission of, at hand. So I'm very appreciative of how far the song is going, and how every time when it plays, when people hear it, they just love what they hear, you know what I'm saying? So that song has done so many things for me, because now, today I get a chance to open up for T Grizzly, Cast Out, and Lakia at the Riverside Theater tonight at 7 p.m. I mean, it was 6 p.m.
And that'll be for Vote Milwaukee, is that correct?
It'll be for I Voted Milwaukee, yes, sir.
I Voted Milwaukee. So if you guys don't know Truth Nation, as you should know, if you're trying to do anything tonight, this is the one place that you should be. So tonight at the Riverside Theater, starting at 7 p.m., All right, we have Detroit in the building, okay? T Grizzly will be in the building. You also have rapper Cash Doll in the building. Milwaukee's very own Lakia will be in the building. We also got NilexNile that's on the ticket.
Yes, sir. Providing the vibes.
You providing the vibes, and I also believe that Vote Milwaukee is also providing some pizza.
Oh,
is
yeah,
that
man. Pieces to the polls. Make sure y'all come out. The whole goal of tonight, of course, it's going to be a really dope event with dope music.
Right.
But pizza to the polls, man. Come get a free pizza. Try to register to vote or register information so that way you'll be eligible to vote, because it's very important that you guys are paying attention to this now election and that we vote for somebody that's important to our future and for our communities. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that's very interesting now, because so one thing I just got to know first, do you know what kind of pizza they going to have? Like, we getting Domino's, we getting Pizza Shuttle, what we got?
Y'all getting pizza.
We just getting pizza, that's all I know.
Come get fed, man. Come get fed, man.
We going to get the Rock Nation paper planes? Like,
on the pizza. I got all the pepperonis coming in the pepper plane.
That's so crazy. But with that being said, so what does this event mean to you tonight, now? Because again, you know, I've been seeing your Instagrams, I've been seeing your IGs, I scroll down my timeline, or I go down a rabbit hole each and every day.
Yeah.
Okay. And in doing so, I've been seeing you talking about how important voting is. Yeah. So when it comes down to you being, both of you guys being young black men right now, what does this voting process mean to you? What is it even looking like? We got a presidential candidate, on both sides. Donald Trump, we've seen his presidential campaign before. We've seen how he is as a president, but we also got Kamala Harris. What does this mean to you guys? And if you don't mind me asking, who y'all voting for?
Ooh, a hot question.
Hey,
hot question.
I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hot seat. All right, so first and foremost, you feel me? What I say is, I'm not gonna vote on no side of bigotry, right? So of course I'm gonna go Kamala, of course. But what I can say, just for, I'll say, black people or minorities, just be very particular of how you mobilize your vote.
Yes, sir.
Don't fall for all propaganda, and make sure you do your correct info, your correct research on whichever candidate that you decide to go with. Don't be peer pressured, and don't listen to the commercials. Actually go out, do your research, try to figure out what's going on, see what affects your communities, and make sure you vote locally. I say that first and foremost. But yeah, for sure, I'm going Kamala. Yeah, I'm going Kamala.
Bet. Now?
Yeah, so first and foremost, due to certain circumstances, I can't say who I'm going to vote for just yet. But I will hit y'all with the, I do want y'all to understand, if you're out there listening and you are very much paying attention to the election, let alone paying attention to what I got going on, and you see that I am promoting this. I think statistically, a couple years back, I forgot for which election, there wasn't a lot of younger votes because a lot of people didn't want to be involved. I don't remember which election it was, but there was a lot of younger votes that wasn't involved at some point. And I think at some point there was a lot of black votes that wasn't involved at some point. And I just want to say that all plays a big part to not being educated on what it is that you want to vote for. Also, you do have the right to vote, so I encourage you to vote, because it is important to, again, choose somebody who will represent our future well, and try to be like for our communities in the right way. But also, if you choose not to vote, that's okay, right? You may feel like you don't it's okay.
People die for this.
Listen, I don't want to peer pressure
people
anybody.
People cry for this.
I don't want to peer pressure nobody to go out and vote. I do know who I'm voting for, but again, I can't share. But if you don't vote, I encourage you to encourage someone to vote. Get involved, because it's important that, again, we're getting out and we're making a difference every day. Even if you feel like your voice doesn't matter or your vote doesn't matter, the reality is your voice and your vote does matter. So
and don't wait every 4 years to vote. I'll say that. You feel me? People will wait for every single presidential election. Do not wait every 4 years to vote. Like we said before, pay attention locally.
Yes, sir.
Try to make your changes locally. Your schools matter. We seeing MPS schools getting shut down at a crazy rapid pace right now. Like, things like that matter. Vote locally.
What do you guys say to the people who are being getting discouraged? When it comes down to being a voter, like we're seeing across the country right now. I can't say necessarily across the country, but in like Oregon and states like Washington, they burning up the ballots. All right, they burning up the votes.
I just seen that.
You know what I'm saying, bro? They set these things on fire like it's Lil Wayne's blood. What do y'all say to that though? Like, how do we get around that kind of fear when it comes down to making certain that your voice gets heard?
I think again, you know, peer pressure is a thing, right? To watching a lot of information online and hearing about a lot of things can come from one person's perspective more so than it would from a broad perspective, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing I could say is, you know, just try to, again, like I said, do your own studying on it. Take your time. Definitely get a lot of rest. And also, you know, just do what is best for you. A lot of times, again, it is important to vote. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very, very important to make sure that you go out and you make a difference. But you want to be in the right state of mind when you do it. You don't want to feel like nobody is, again, telling you who to vote for just because there's a biasness to it, or you don't want nobody to, you know, just kind of make you feel some type of way because of who you decide to vote for. At the end of the day, if it makes sense for you, your family, and for the United States of America, then I think that's just what you should ultimately go for your voting.
Man, now they paid you good, man. They paid you good, man. My boy over here remaining impartial. All right, it's all good though. Truth Nation, we're in the building live with NilexNile and Huey V. With that being said, I gotta ask you guys a question because we was kind of talking about this off air. But you guys both being musicians yourself, you both are rappers, so especially here from the hometown of Milwaukee. How are you guys been feeling about how Milwaukee has been being or given all of these different opportunities to perform with these bigger artists? Again, now you'll be on stages with T Grizzly tonight. You'll be on stages with the Cash Doll. Lil Uzi Vert was just here on Saturday. You know, we had Big Frank doing his thing, JP doing his thing. We had Wave Chappelle out here doing his thing. I mean, Huey, you actually in Wisconsin now. All right, you in Wisconsin. You doing something tonight.
Nah, that part.
You know, you're a special guest.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I'm pulling up. You might see me out there. Who knows?
Yeah,
you might see him out there at some point, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But I just want to say, it's first and foremost, this is amazing because there was a time in our community where we didn't feel the locals was getting enough support, right? I can even testify to say, you know, within the last 2 years, the rave has been more active with local supporters opening for bigger acts. You know, just stuff like that. It just shows that we're no longer trying to repeat cycles of the same thing, and everybody is at some point hearing. It just take a lot more of educating the people of higher power and the masses to see that there is more artists who can do what other opening artists can do when they come out of town, but for their local city, and it'll benefit us a lot more. I'm very appreciative of it. Again, shout out to all the artists who are being booked for these opportunities, and shout out to these organizations. Shout out to I Voted Fest, Emily White, and all the good people over there who's helping with the Live Nation and the booking. Shout out to
Emily, man. Shout out Emily.
Yeah, for sure.
Emily White.
Yeah,
Emily White.
Come on now.
Shout out to again places like the Cactus Club and We Are One MKE. That's who I'm also advocating for the voting and stuff like that, who allow chances and opportunities for you to again be in these rooms and these conversations where you can get brought up as for certain possibility or possible contender situations. So yeah, man, just shout out to everybody who is the powers that be that is actually paying attention and want to make a difference in our future in the community.
Got you. Huey?
Oh, for what? My bad.
Yeah, no,
I was. You feel me? Encapsulated by the response given.
Yeah, I feel like that was big right there. I mean,
he said everything he needed to. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Straight up. But in regards to you, Huey, you know, again, what are you even thinking this is going to do for the Milwaukee musicians here in the city? Because again, we're being aligned with big acts now. You know.
100%. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm super proud of the city. I see a lot of better business being done, and I'm seeing that that's allowing us to even get into these positions. Like now, I was just saying with the rave and them allowing new artists to come in there. I'm seeing JP. I'm seeing Frank. I'm seeing everybody set the what's it called, the rave on fire. Literally everybody. Probably like a year and a half before I like really caught wind of it. I was in Miami for not too long ago. Like I probably came back like 6 months ago, like officially, like 6 months ago. So I was definitely seeing it from across the state. I'm seeing all the new artists get on there. I'm like, okay, cool. It seems like there's a lot of new movements that are going on inside of the city. People are starting to figure out exactly how to do the marketing. People are figuring out how to link up with other artists, just how to communicate with labels, how to get people out of state. I want to give a shout out to Playmaker. He's one of those people that for sure, like, I've been seeing what he's been doing for probably like 4 years now. He tapped in. Yeah, he tapped in early. Like, you feel me? Had to chop it up with a couple of them, even Scales. You feel me? I seen some controversy around Scales, but Scales still good people. Like, I wouldn't give up on him for sure. Yeah.
No, that's very interesting. So with that being said, again, you know, Niles in the building, and we also got Huey V in the building. We are all three young black men here. How important is this election, you know, to y'all? Like, I mean, some of us have children, right? Some of us have children, and we know that this earth, we're not going to be on here forever. You know, we're trying to make certain that we set the pace and set the tone and set the bar for them to be able to come through and get these kind of opportunities, even better opportunities than what we've already been gifted. How are we making certain that that vote is, you know, again, something that we need for our future?
I think it's just very important because, again, this does affect our lives. You know, every election affects our lives, and I think it's just important, again, that we do the research we need to do. We make sure that, again, it benefits us. Again, I'm not going to advocate for nobody, but again, just speaking on certain situations, like there's healthcare and stuff like that on the line. You know what I mean? There's free school, free education and stuff like that on the line that it can all be taken away. And that can all be taken away, or at least affordable healthcare. I ain't gonna say free, but you know, it can all be taken away, and it all depends on, again, us doing the actual proper research, voting for who matters in our lives, and who's gonna make the difference. So as long as we, again, as parents, as black men, as people of poverty, you know what I'm saying, we just continue to make sure that we know that our voice does matter, and we try to speak up of certain type of importance, then, you know, we'll give more people, I think, the time of the day to really think about this being something that they want to be involved with. You know what I mean?
What do y'all really want for y'all vote at the end of the day? Like, if every vote really was like a magic wish that you wanted to, in some way, shape, or form, the country to be better or whatever, how would y'all want that vote to be? Like, hey, everybody get $1 million in their pocket. You know, we all ride out from brand new Benzes. You know. We get a chance to meet Beyonce. Yeah. you know, like what would that look like for y'all if y'all had a magic wish? Which y'all vote?
To be honest, if it was that easy, for sure, it'd be all of that. You feel me? I wish everybody would get $1 million, get on their feet. I wish everybody's voices was heard. But to be honest with you, like, how do I say this without sounding like, you feel me?
Just say it,
anti-vote, because I'm pro-vote.
Yeah.
Right? Get your voice out, 100%. Every chance you get to try to get your voice out. But is there an ideal way of being able to look at it or being able to see what's going on and I split it down the middle? If it was that simple, I think we'd be already doing it. You feel me? I think it's really just like it's almost like a matter of trial and error. Like, you feel me? Everybody's opinion has to be vocalized and heard. We all got to share this space on the planet with each other. So, like, regardless of whether you agree with what the next person is saying, like, you kind of had to take it into context. That's really what voting is for us. But if everything was supposed to be everything how it was supposed to be, like, I for sure be up 2-3 million right now off my last vote. Like, what? Yeah, for sure.
No, I just want, for the black people, bro, I just want to make sure we straight. So when we vote, I just want us to, and that's just in general. That's just what I want from the votes. I just want, when we actually make a vote, that our people is good after we make the vote. Like, we always do what's in our best interest, and whatever we voting for is in our best interest. So that's really all I want for the vote, for real.
No, I feel that. I mean, honestly, I think it is important, you know, to make certain that, I think you said this before, though, now, when it comes down to your vote, just make certain that it's something that
you
can
stand for.
Yeah, stand for. You know what I'm saying? Make certain that it's actually impactful, you know. So whether you're voting red or you're voting blue, or, you know, you decide to vote for an independent party, just make certain that your vote counts, because, again, your voice does matter.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's one of the reasons why, you know, I think we all speak on these microphones, you know, because we realize our voices matter. We all got a story to tell, you know, and in doing so, you know, that's where I think our power lies. You know, that's how we set the next individual free, by telling our story, but also not being afraid to go out there and actually speak and step on something. So with that being said, Truth Nation, Make certain that you guys do step out to the Riverside Theater tonight. All right, event starts at 7 p.m. You will see the likes of NilexNile. You will also see T Grizzly. We have Lakia in the building as well as Cash Doll. And you know what? I might as well go ahead and throw this out there too. Two of Milwaukee radio's king and queen, if you will. Royalty will be in the building.
You feel me?
It's Reggie Brown and also Bailey Coleman. And I'd be remiss to say if I don't put it out there, we have DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos spinning tonight. So y'all know it's going to be juicy. Y'all know they're going to keep it nice. I am Ben Jammin. And when we return, you know what? Actually, if you guys have any questions for these three young black men, myself, NilexNile Huey V, want to ask us any questions when it comes down to young black men voting, make certain that you call in at 833-212-1017 so you can get your voice heard, okay? When we come back, we'll give y'all another splash of juice. Holla at your boy. It's amazing.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Juicy Jammers, it's your boy Ben Jammin.
And your girl Noni Juice.
Election day is Tuesday, November 5th, and we want to encourage you to get registered to vote.
The great thing about Wisconsin is that you can register to vote on Election Day.
Yes, you heard my girl Noni Juice right. We have same-day voter registration on Election Day here in Wisconsin. So no excuses, Truth Nation, for not getting out to vote and making your voice be heard.
To find out more information about voting and what is on your ballot, visit myvote.wi.gov.
Vote on Tuesday, November 5th. Truth Nation, Milwaukee, Black Talk.
My name is Anton Moore. Around here, we have hardworking people that just need a break. Whether it's investing in small businesses or making housing affordable, Vice President Harris gets it.
Kamala Harris is making sure black men have the tools to build generational wealth. She'll put a policy in place that gives 1 million forgivable loans to help entrepreneurs, including black entrepreneurs, start their own businesses. She also plans to give $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time homeowners and crack down on racial bias in home appraisals. Harris's plan will help black men own more assets so we can build long-term wealth.
This is what an investment in my community looks like. We're trying to build generational wealth. No get-rich-quick schemes, no scams, no one-time check, none of that. Vice President Harris got our back. I'll be there on November 5th. Will you be there?
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Harris for President.
Everywhere in America, families are struggling with an all-too-common problem.
She missed school again.
Again?
Something is going on. She's secretive.
Should we check her backpack?
When you suspect a family member has a substance use disorder, it's hard to know what to do next.
We need to talk to her.
Starting the conversation is the first step to getting help. Visit SAMHSA at samhsa.gov/families for tips, or for treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Make Milwaukee work for you. 1MKE provides easy-to-use information on local, state, and federal programs that can save you money and improve your well-being. Discover events you can attend to get involved in your community and find nonpartisan resources to help you make your voting plan for the upcoming election. 1MKE envisions a future where every Milwaukee resident understands how being civically engaged can help us create a healthier, stronger city. Because together, we are one Milwaukee. Learn more at 1mke.org.
The Greater Milwaukee Urban League Ball is sold out, but you can still join in the fun and support the work of the Urban League. Participate in a special online silent auction of great prizes and experiences. Auction items include a night at Milwaukee St. Kate Hotel, an autographed Packers football, baseball, hockey, and soccer tickets, and a special evening at Lake Park Bistro. Go to the Urban League's website and click on the black and white ball tab. Visit tmul.org. Let the bidding begin.
More of Jammin' with Juice is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you don't miss a drop of juice on Jammin' with Juice.
That's a car, living a dream. Yeah. My drip is supreme. That is what I mean. I come with a crown, I come with a queen, and a couple of rings. That's just a reminder, I'm talking to team. And they off the green. You can do this and they use machines. Just remember this thing. What was you doing for all this cream?
Who do you love when you was trying to get your bag right? Who do you love when you've been drunk since last night? Who do you love when you know you got the bag right? Who do you love? What does that mean? How does that feel? Tell me it's real, tell me it's whack, so I can do this and I can do that. I can count stacks and I can just rap. But loyalty is facts, so who do you love? If it ain't God, they ain't God. Who do you love? If you ain't got no line, I give my line to you.
Welcome back, Truth Nation. Y'all know y'all got your boy Ben Jammin, and we got DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. NilexNile and Huey V are in the building because tonight is about to be a night. And if y'all wanted to know what y'all was just listening to, that was your boy Ben Jammin. Album Hollywood Hooks, and the song was called Who Do You Love? Make certain that you go to your Apple Music and Spotify, and even go to it'samazing.org and go check that out.
Who you love?
Yeah, who do you love?
Yeah.
You know, I got them bangers too. Y'all ain't the only
for sure.
Come on now. Yeah. I'll kick a freestyle right now. But you know what though? Neither here nor there. Truth Nation, today honestly has been a great day. If you guys know anything, make sure that you do go out tonight at 7 p.m. to the Riverside Theater. NilexNile will be opening for T Grizzly, Cash Down, Lakia, and DJ Brother Z will be DJing. We got 2 minutes left here, fellas. What's one last thing that you guys want the people out there, Truth Nation land, all our juicy jammers out there to know about voting?
I'm gonna make it quick. I reiterate this one more time. You may not be an avid voter, but if you're not, become one. You may not be well informed. If you're not, go inform yourself. You may not be active in the voting polls. Just go talk to somebody who is active, and they might put some passion into you about it. But just make sure you go out, mobilize what you've been free will given, because there's some people who, you feel me, to this day, like, they can't even vote. They might be failing or whatever they got to go through. Like, vote for them people. It might be a homie. It might be a cousin. Who knows what the situation is? You feel me? We was fighting for women's rights, all types of stuff. Like, just make sure you go and look out for your partner. Look out for your neighbor, for the person that's across the room from you. Look out for your brother, your mom, whoever it is. Look out for yourself. But go mobilize your voice.
Yeah, November 5th is the election. Again, properly planned. We got like one more week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, just really rest on it after you do your research. Really take the time. Don't stress about who it is, but as long as it means anything to you and your family and to your future in the next coming years, again, remember that your voice and your vote does matter.
Yeah, your voice does matter. Your spirit matters. You matter as a people, Truth Nation. And with that being said, that is NilexNile, Huey V in the building. Make certain that y'all tap into their music. They're really influential here, not just in Milwaukee, but honestly to the entire nation. I don't want to go too much further. But with that being said, Truth Nation, I am Ben Jammin. Make sure that you do tap in and go out to the Riverside Theater tonight, starting at 7 p.m. Go see T Grizzly, Cash Down, and DJ Brother Z. I am Ben Jammin, and this is Jammin' with Juice. Carry Noni Juice. I'll see you later. And make sure that y'all do tap into Tory Lowe from 1 to 4. Holla at me.
The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline.